It's time to focus on progress, not perfection. Don't let fear keep you from using your Serger. Just dive in and make something. This quick and easy Serger gift card holder is the perfect beginner-friendly project to help you build confidence while actually creating something useful. Hi Serger Bees, I'm Sookie, your Serger coach, here to help you build confidence with your Serger one stitch at a time. And today we are making a simple gift card holder using just 4 fabric scraps. So download the step-by-step instructions using the link in the description, and you'll also be added to my Serger Loop mailing list where I send out a weekly newsletter packed with pro tips and inspiration. Now grab your Serger and let's get stitching. Materials for this project, I do recommend using quilting cotton with non-directional print for easy construction. Here's what you're gonna need. 1 6x5 outside piece, which is shown in a B print. 2 5x5 pocket pieces shown in yellow fabric. 1 5x5 lining piece shown in tan fabric. When it comes to setting up your Serger, we're keeping it super simple. All you need is a 4-thread overlock stitch, standard Serger thread in the upper and lower loopers, as well as both needles. If you need a refresher on how to thread your Serger, check out my How to Thread a Serger video. I'll link it in the instructions. For this project, we are aiming for a 1/4 inch seam allowance, meaning we'll trim off just a teeny bit of material as we stitch. If you need help adjusting for seam allowance on a Serger, check out my seam allowance tutorial. That link is in the instructions too. Step number 1, take the lining square and serge along one raw edge, trimming about 1/16 of an inch as you go. When you reach the end, clip the thread tails at both the beginning and end. Repeat this on the opposite raw edge, leaving the other 2 edges raw. These will be enclosed in the final seams. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Instead of snipping your thread tails, you can also use your Serger blade to trim them. This little trick can really come in handy. Step number 2, we're going to prepare the pockets. Take both pocket pieces and fold them in half wrong sides together, aligning the raw edges. Then press the folds so they hold their shape. Step number 3, layer the pockets. Lay the outside fabric right side up. Place the pocket pieces on top, making sure the folded edges face toward the center and the raw edges align with the outside corners. Using either your pin or Wonder clips, secure them in place. Step 4 is attaching the pockets. Serge each pocket to the outside edge, keeping a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Trim the thread tails at the top and bottom for a clean finish. And here's another pro tip. A great habit when using a Serger is pressing your seams as you go. This helps set the stitches and allows the fabric and thread to bond smoothly. I like to say this allows the fabric and threads to become BFFs. Press those seams flat before moving on. Now on to step number 5. We're going to assemble the case. Center your lining piece with raw edges at the top and bottom and place it wrong side up over the pocket and outside fabric layers. Secure the top and bottom edges with Wonder clips to hold everything in place. Serge along the top and bottom edges using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, trimming the thread tails at both ends. Then press both seams flat. Step 6, and here's the fun part. Turn the case right side out through the lining. Now at this point, it might look a little strange since the outside fabric is still tucked inside, but don't worry, this is just phase 1 of turning it right side out. With just the lining exposed, smooth out the top and bottom seams with what I call the roly-poly, and roll smooth, and press the seams flat. Now let's get those corners nice and crisp. I'm using my Easy Point and Turner, a tool originally invented in the 1970s that I partnered with Fomori Cutlery in 2019 to redesign. It has a hollowed out end and a pointed end. You'll place the hollowed out end inside the pocket, clip down on the seam allowance, and turn the material right side out. Repeat this on all 4 corners. If you don't have an Easy Point turner, no big deal, you can also use a traditional point turner. And once everything is turned right side out, give it one final press. And just like that, you've made your very own Serger gift card holder. Now, if you need a refresher on seam allowances, check out this video next. And until I see you next time, I hope you have a creative day. Bye-bye.